So, notebookcheck.net went ahead and posted this article about how they tested the community to see what they wanted. And according to the results, people wanted a Samsung phone that's foldable, but with a different form factor than what the Z Fold 4 offers. Obviously, the Z Fold 4 is a phone that goes ahead and closes. Once it opens up, it's a 180-degree display, and that is it. Of course, the Surface Duo 1 and 2 has a 360-degree display, while this phone only has a 180. They also have an iteration that's flippable, that goes ahead and goes from 0 to 180. Flip-wise, again, does not go 360. So, according to their article, we are going to receive a new foldable phone in the spring of next year, which, to be honest, I would be highly surprised if we receive a foldable phone by Samsung in the spring. I would really expect to see one maybe in September of next year at earliest. Maybe one launching alongside the Z Fold 5. I just couldn't see Samsung releasing one so early in the year. But what could that look like? What could a Samsung, another iteration of their foldable phone look like? Because recently in the news, it's been really about rollable phones, where you click a little button and you pull out the display to make a gigantic tablet. That has been more in the news I've seen than any foldable type phone by Samsung. But, last December, Microsoft actually filed a patent. And that was what looks like a Surface Duo 2, but with all one display. So when you open it, it's one display, and it can go 360 degrees, 180. It's pretty much a Z Fold 4, but it can go 360 degrees. I talked about in the video I made about it how it just simply isn't realistic, because how do you protect the display when you're in that 360-degree angle? And reality-wise, you can't, and that's why it has not worked. There has been foldable phones on the market that kind of have that same concept, but they don't work because of the fact that you can't protect this display, and it's too fragile to protect. But we can't put anything past Samsung, because Samsung is the first company to go ahead and make a water-resistant phone based on putting liquid on top of components and making it water-resistant. They're the first company to make a waterproof foldable phone, flippable phone. So we can't really put it past them that they wouldn't have some kind of technology. My guess is they're probably going to make an Oppo Find 5G, but a little bigger in the size of a Surface Duo 2. That is my guess. And I think they're going to kind of take the idea of that patent that Microsoft followed, but it's not going to go 360 degrees. It's going to go 180. And there will be an outside display. Stuff that we have been talking about in the community a lot for the Surface Duo 3. I think we're going to see for a Galaxy, whatever they call it. And I think that's what we're probably going to get alongside with a Z Fold 5 next year. Because I can't see Samsung going too crazy, like away from their kind of design. Because they have been going ahead and taking a look more into, like I said before, the what's called foldable laptops. And to be honest, those laptops look absolutely amazing. So if they go with something bigger? Another concept is this. So we already know the Surface Neo was completely scrapped, right? It's not a thing, not happening. Some people still think the Duo 3 is going to be the Surface Neo. I still believe it's going to be scrapped and it's gone. And it was a thing that was talked about. It's actually shown off recently. I think it was in the one of the movies. It was shown off. But nonetheless, though, if Samsung goes in that route and kind of takes the concept of the Surface Neo and puts it into their own phone, where it's kind of like a mix between a laptop / phone, where it's even more than just a tablet, because which would be a tablet, but it's a little bit more than just a tablet because it is a cell phone, but it's a lot bigger. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, like I said, there's so many different angles and ways they could do this that really all that depends on is the price. The price is really the only factor I think anyone's going to look at this and take away from all this, is how much will it cost. Because right now the Surface Duo is sitting at $1,000. The Z Fold 4 is $1,700, but it's always on sale for like $1,500, so pretty much $1,500. I wonder where they would put this device. If it is a copy of the Surface Duo 1 and 2 and just has an outside display, inside display is all one, it's still $180, I would probably say maybe $1,400. Now with the Surface, with the Z Fold 4 being $1,800, that falls perfectly in line. You know, you have a phone that's a little bit more affordable for the general public, and then you have a more premium top model right there. Obviously, it would be a first generation of a Samsung phone, but again, like I said, it's the first generation, but it's, you know, still a premium device. But it's $1,400. If they go with more of the Surface Neo route and they make a gigantic display that's kind of like a foldable laptop, but in a tablet form in the size of like an iPad mini, or a little bit bigger than an iPad mini, kind of bigger than an iPad mini, smaller than an iPad Pro. That would be interesting. And that would probably sell very, very well, especially with Android 12L. As what I said before, you know, I think a lot of companies were waiting for 12L to release and become public before they worked on the affordable phones as much. And I'm expecting to see a lot more affordable phones come out at the end of this year and especially next year, because Android 12L changes the ball game and 13 just improves that even more. So with all the optimization of these two softwares, it just makes making foldable phones, making them operate correctly and actually getting them out there a lot easier. So I don't know. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, guys. I love reading your comments down below when you guys like give me your ideas, or like, oh, I think this, or I think that, because it's always interesting to get more than one perspective, you know? Obviously, what do they say? Like, many different heads is better than just one brain, right? Many different brains is better than just one. It's always interesting to hear your opinions down below, because at this moment in time, I just can't see Samsung. I just don't know what they're going to do with this. I couldn't see them going with a rollable phone because affordable and flippable phones have been so popular for them. I couldn't see them go with a crazy huge phone, but at the same time though, maybe it's not really, it is a phone, but maybe it's considered something else. Maybe it's just a next, you know, level device. I don't know. But then again, that sparks the idea of how does that help the people who don't want to pick up the Z Fold 4 and want something more intermediate? Again, we have to wait and see. Whatever it is, we know if it's from Samsung, it's probably going to be absolutely a killer and it's absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to see what they actually come up with. I will gonna be my gosh, cannot speak. I will be following the patents though every single day. I've been pretty much checking patents to see if Microsoft or Surface or Samsung has created new patents to see what ideas they have, because all we know is last year, especially last year and this year, Samsung has went absolutely nuts when it comes to patents. They've been filing so many foldable, flippable phone patents, and it's kind of funny to theorize like what they could be thinking or doing. But at the end of the day, I mean, literally they could do anything at this point. With all the ideas they have and patents they have, they could create a absolute awesome foldable phone. So can't wait to see what ends up happening, but tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.